Hey everybody, it's me, Moody Boo, and I am back with another 8 great perfumes. These are perfumes that I can't say they drive men wild because I'm a married woman. Now, I could give you again an updated list of my husband's favorite perfumes on me, which definitely has reaction. But I don't think that'll be very helpful. So these are perfumes that I've gotten unsolicited compliments on, but they're from men that I know. Some of these, there's like 3 on this list of 8 that are some of my husband's favorites on me, but the rest are just men I know, whether that's relatives or good friends. I work with a lot of men. I do work in the health industry, so I am around a lot of men all the time, and I do get to the point where I know them quite well, and they will feel comfortable coming up to me and telling me I smell nice. So that's where this is at. Now, just remember, these are compliments that I got as the person that I am, in the area that I am, under the circumstances that I am. Do these mean that you will get a compliment? I have no idea. But most of these are cooler temperature perfumes. So I don't wear a lot of these during the hot weather. So I don't get as many compliments actually on perfumes during the hot weather seasons as I do during cold weather. And I think part of that is in my geography and my demographic, where I tend to be the most. Is that redundant? That's not redundant to me. It was probably redundant then. If I think it's redundant, it must be redundant. Anyway, so what was I saying? God, I get distracted easily. Shiny squirrel. So in my neck of the woods, winter scents that tend to, that men appreciate the most, tend to have vanilla in them, I've noticed, or are more foodie, gourmand kind of perfumes. And most of these do fall into that category. So these I didn't put into any particular order because I have no order to put them into. The men would have to put them in the order, and I never got that far. So anyway, and I'm not going to put them in my favorite order because that's irrelevant. The first one I'm going to talk about is no big surprise. I have talked about it years ago, and it's still one of my husband's favorites. It actually is one of my absolute favorites. And yeah, a lot of men that I know really seem to enjoy this one as well. And that's Hermes, the Hermes line Amber Narcolet. And I have several of these little travel size bottles, and I've gone through a lot of these. My husband says this smells like spiced apple pie, and I tend to agree with him, especially now that he said that, because I really do get kind of a, I don't know if it'd be apple pie, but definitely a pie kind of smell. It's definitely cinnamon and honey, and there's a little caramel in there, a little tonka. It's a little boozy. It's just a delightful perfume. Oh, I just absolutely love this stuff. So performance is great, and this is one that a lot of men and a lot of age groups do tend to like on me. So all right, that's Amber Narcolet by Hermes. So the next one I'm going to talk about also happens to be one of my husband's favorites on me, and I love it as well. And that's by Kilian, Love. Don't Be Shy. And this one I've gotten quite a few compliments on, some guys that I know as well. My husband says it smells like an orange creamsicle. And again, I think he nailed it because I agree. There's some caramel and vanilla and orange blossom in there and some neroli. And so it does give it this kind of a citrusy, kind of a creamy, milky kind of a smell. It's really beautiful stuff. Really beautiful. I need to start wearing this again. I haven't touched this in a long time. I'm trying to do a list of perfumes that I don't talk about too much, or I haven't in a while, or I haven't talked about at all, because I have I think I'm up to like 500 full bottles. And what I consider a full bottle is at least an ounce or more. But I have a lot of perfumes that are also in the like 15 ml to 25 ml range, those larger decants. And then I have a ton of smaller ones as well. So I want to definitely, and I'm not going to just talk about full bottles. I like talking about the travel size and the decants as well. Samples too. I don't want to just explore my own stock, my own collection. I want to definitely talk about some perfumes in the future that I don't have. And I want to talk about some perfumes that I'm going to get. I've just been sampling, actually. I know, really, side note, squirrel. I've been sampling the Whittian line. I sampled the Whittian line, the 1 through 5, like, gosh, I want to say it was early fall of last year. And I wasn't sure about it. And I worked with them for a few days. And so I walk away and come back, since you couldn't make up your mind what you thought about them. And so now I'm definitely having some opinions on it. I've also got Fort Manley, their sample set. So I'm going to do reviews on those as well. So I don't want you thinking I'm just going to do reviews on my full bottles. That's just convenient right now. That's all. So anyway, love, don't be shy. I do love this stuff, no pun intended, but the performance is kind of sucky ducky on me. It really is. It's, I get, maybe elbows length for an hour, and then it goes straight to skin scent, and it'll stay that way for another 3 or 4 hours tops. And wintertime, the performance is horrible on it. So another one that I have gotten unsolicited compliments on is by Armani Prive, and that's Amber Eccentrico. So this is so pretty. It's very thick, creamy, sweet kind of a perfume. There's some fruits in there and some amber. And after about 10-15 minutes, you get this beautiful tonka. And there's a little bit of spice, gorgeous stuff, great performance. So that's Armani Prive Amber Eccentrico. Eccentrico. The next one I'm going to talk about is by Micallef, and that's Veni Oud. So this is gorgeous stuff. I've had 2 bottles of this. This is my second bottle. I don't know if it seems like there's a different bottle for this now. Was it reformulated? I don't know. But anyway, this is really pretty stuff. It's very sweet, oud, a little foody. I think there's some caramel in there. There's a little bit of fruits, definitely some musk. So this one can go pretty beastly. You got to be careful with it. And honestly, this isn't one of my favorite Micallefs anymore. It used to be, but there's some others of hers I love even more than this one. But this one will get compliments. It's like oud is really random here. Sometimes oud perfumes will get you compliments. It just depends on everything. But most of the time, oud doesn't do real well in the PNW, the part of the PNW I'm from anyway. But this is gorgeous stuff. It's really nice, but it is that tangy kind of oud. So a little bit of sourness to it, but I love oud in any way, shape, or form. All right, so that's the next one. Micallef Veni Oud. So the next one is by Bond Number 9, and this is Chinatown. Now this is the oddball out on the list because most of these have vanilla or some kind of real foodie aspects to it, or amber or something, tonka, something that makes them sweet and almost edible. This is not one that I find edible at all, or anybody else does either, but I will get compliments on this from guys. So, and this one is nothing like the others. It's cardamom and some white florals, And there's some sandalwood in there and some patchouli in the dry down. For me, I find it to be kind of a spicy floral, and not strong, because white florals can be really thick and strong and cloying and overwhelming in a perfume, but it's not in this. It's really well blended with the other notes. And so it's just this beautiful, sweet, spicy floral. And it's really out of the character for me to have a perfume like this, but I fell in love with it too. I haven't worn it in a long time, but I think I'm going to have to again. I really enjoy this, but looking back at trying to figure out which ones to put on this video, I had forgotten how many times I have been complimented on this perfume. Crazy, crazy. So the next one is by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this is Grand Soir. And this is so pretty. It's a very beautiful kind of ambery, tonka, vanilla, kind of a perfume. And I find it very rich and creamy and decadent. Now, when I wear it on my clothes, for some reason, it becomes less sweet and a little more woody smelling to me. But when I wear it on my skin, oh my gosh, it develops into this beautiful, sweet amber tonka kind of a perfume. Gosh, it's just gorgeous stuff. Performance is crazy on this as well. So, yeah, I get compliments on it. Gorgeous stuff. Beautiful. So this one is by Arabian Oud, and this is Kalimat Black. And this is beautiful perfume. If you find Kalimat, the original Kalimat, it's heavy in the honey. And if you find it too thick, too sweet, you've got to try Kalimat Black. This stuff is gorgeous. It's this beautiful vanilla, and it's got oud in it, and it's got some amber, and I don't know what else, but it's just a slightly spicy, sweet, ambery oud. But it's really well blended. I almost think there's cinnamon or something in there. It's so beautiful, and it's such a powerhouse with the performance too. So do be careful. This is one, though, I have worn year round. Oh. So I love going through these lists because it forces me to go through my perfume collection and really explore it one by one and really think about each perfume I want to put on this list, or any list. And then I rediscover them every time. It's like this one, holy shit. This is gorgeous stuff. And you can tell I have not worn it that much at all. It's like, you know, I've probably worn it. Oh, that's right. I did have a decant of it. I had a 10 ml decant before I bought this. So I guess that doesn't really count. But yeah, I was like, God, I thought I wore it way more than this. And I did. Beautiful stuff. Really reasonable price. You should check it out. Kalimat Black by Arabian Oud. Gorgeous. And the last one I'm going to talk about is another rediscovery. I hadn't sniffed this in months, just months. And then when I was doing this, figuring out the ones to put on this list, I was like, holy crap, this one got a lot of compliments. I totally forgot about that. And this is Majda Bekkali Fusion Sacré Obscure. And this, I think obscure means dark. I also have the light. And I'm going to do a house review, so I'll talk more about them later. But this is just a boozy caramel, little bit of coffee in there, vanilla. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It is very linear. It doesn't have any big roller coaster moments at all. It's the performance is about average. 2 sprays I get about 6-8 hours on it, and I wear this one year round too. My boozy perfumes I will wear year round, and I have worn Majda Bekkali year round, and it performs beautifully. It for me anyway, it didn't get too sweet in the hot weather. I didn't wear it in hot weather. I wore it more at night because this isn't really the boozy perfumes I don't think are really appropriate for most daytime wear. So anyway, gorgeous stuff. So just remember, maybe I got compliments where I live with these perfumes, with the people I know. That doesn't mean that you will. So get a sample, test it out yourself in your area with your people, and use your own nose. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.